Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
When you think comic book movies, you go to the personal, the soulful, the reflective qualities of Academy Award winner Ang Lee to present to you this week of Cosmic Hulk. This is your GM Patrick here, your gamma mutated green monster ready to slam some bludgeoning damage down on you. Joining me this week in evading the military industrial complex and parental abuse are my 5 friends and your players across the digital table from me. Don't get him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's hangry. It's Myles playing Rami.
Good evening.
On my right, General Thunderbolt Vesk reporting for duty. It's Tyler playing Edrass.
Yeah.
To his left, Eric Bana should have been in the MCU, and I defy you to change my mind. It's Rebecca playing Alyndra.
Hello.
To my left, a radioactively bred rat of unusual size. It's Drew playing Gnak Feldspar.
Eric Bananas.
And finally, to his left, a tank that gets ripped in half like it's made of tissue paper. It's Gibert as Andis 148.
Aw, I hope not.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Great. Pretty good.
I want to get right back into it because we have started down a new dungeon here in this book, and we have a lot left to explore and potential more bad things that are going to happen. A very, very no good bad day might be in store for the Drift Rider crew. We'll see.
More bad things?
Well, to help you out, you can gain a boon by getting all these trivia questions correct. Let's do a fast trivia recap as you guys left the Cushy Resort Spas to investigate the Frozen North in another Civ location. Gibert, what is the name of this new Civ architecture as it was named by Mrs. Knott's Xenoarchaeology team that you are currently exploring?
This is the Knott's Berry Farm theme park and adventure house.
It is incorrect. You do know that if you get them all right, you get a boot, right?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Oh,
like the
no.
Throne Tower of Controlatron.
I'm sorry. I thought I gave you the easy one. That is incorrect.
That's the easy one?
I thought so. The spiraling tower, because it spirals around like a corkscrew.
Oh, such a memorable name.
Tower is in the name of this tower. Myles, top down, you guys decided to jump from the Drift Rider and access the top door of this building. Inside, you found a treadmill hooked up to a computer that looked fit for what manner of sentient beings?
Oh, I know what they look like. They look like
balls on noses on balls.
Yeah, but I don't remember what they're called.
That's kind of. Well, don't worry. It is. If you don't have an answer, you'll know soon enough. It's a Bantrid.
Bantrid. I need to stop drinking during our sessions.
No pressure, but now we're getting into serious territory. Too wrong. As you hacked the computer here, tried to gain access, you had a tape play by what seemed like a fiery revolutionary Bantrid. Rebecca, what was that anti-Civ Bantrid's name?
Ophi?
Ophi is correct. Rebecca with the save, looking at her notes.
All right.
Tyler, as you tried to get the computer sorted out and shut down the antenna, it seemed to be transmitting a coded signal and all of a sudden you guys were set upon by a quantum slime. 2 players crit the beast to no avail as it was immune without scrolling up in the Roll20 log. Who was one of those crits?
Andis and Gibert.
Andis and Gibert?
Andis / Gibert, I think.
First one and then the other.
I actually didn't. Actually, I'm sorry. Alyndra crits as usual is what I wrote in my notes.
Well, you've gotten both of them, but it only counts as one correct answer. And last but not least, as you took out another clone, all in a day's work for Gnak Feldspar. You readied once more for taking on this antenna. But as you did so, Drew, we need to know, what is your favorite band or musician?
I've always loved the band Cake.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I was looking for the RZA, the Jizza, the ODB, and Ghostface Killa. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to pronk with. But you guys got
to
to
diversify your bonds.
2 out of 5 correct. No boon, no curse this week. And we are starting right back up where we left off in the, well, I guess you're all on top of the antenna array right now. Right. So what would you guys like to do here? You have bested the quantum slime, and the last thing you were trying to do was work on shutting down the computer system and the antenna at the same time.
So let's get back to doing that.
Gnak was up here by himself working on reconfiguring the antenna via engineering, poking around. He's got the engineering kit. Does anybody want to stay up here and aid, or does everyone want to?
Yeah, I'll stay up here with Gnak, and we'll put our heads together on this problem.
You don't have to actually physically put our heads together. That's just kind of a metaphor.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I put Gnak back down.
Just nuzzling him like a cat. Just like,
right, exactly.
Oh, I can feel the image.
I can see why everyone likes to put their heads together. This is nice.
If multiple people can assist here, Edrass will stay up as well.
Sometimes they put in the information for certain checks that like only X amount of people can aid on a given check. There's enough space up here to fit multiple people, and I don't see anything prohibiting more than one. So yeah, usually I allow 2 people for most checks of this nature, but unless it's like a big room that you're working on, you can all spread out. While you're up here though, and taking a look at this, does anybody want to make a physical science check, perhaps to take a look at some of the coordinates that this beacon seems to be broadcasting to?
That's one of the few things Alyndra can do.
Can I try to aid?
You can, or you can actually roll piloting if you want to take a look at these astrological coordinates. Ooh.
So I also get a -5 to the DC about strange new worlds or features of space.
Well, you both can figure out, and maybe you can share a glance as you look down at the coordinates. And I mean, for most interstellar data, it's pretty easy to tell if it is going inwards, and this is going towards the Pact. And seemingly you can even narrow it down with this high of a roll to a moon of the planet Liavara. In fact, the planet of Hib. It's a small planetoid where indeed there are many a Bantrid, where I think Edrass, in your run-ins amongst the moons of Liavara, you have spent some time in the past.
Nice.
And where is that?
Is a moon of Liavara, which is
that we can see out in space right now?
No, that is in the Pact worlds. So, 1 billion miles away. We'll call it 2 billion.
Sorry, what are we looking at right now? Like computer screen?
Yeah, it's like a matrix code relay on the edge of this antenna, kind of showing where this signal is being directed to. And it is not specifically going it's not an all points kind of thing. It is very specifically pointing to one point in space, the moon of Hib.
Sounds like we need to go to Hib.
Well, before you do that, you might want to shut this, whatever the signal is, down.
Nah, we're good. Let's go.
Who else is staying with Gnak up here? The other side of this is a computer's check down in the control room.
Rami will go back down in the coolest looking way possible.
Backflip? I don't know. What is that?
Is it a Ghostbuster style fire pole?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Can you just summon that?
But he does a little shimmy as some music plays as he goes down. Like Cherry Pie starts playing.
Oh my.
Oh no, what an image.
This is why I can't be a technomancer. I would definitely take all the illusion spells that just allow me to do this for fun. I strap on my go-go boots and go down the fireman's pole.
Half the session is just your fellow teammates rolling to disbelieve your shenanigans.
Oh, maybe as you're looking over the carnage left up here.
Oh, Edrass, they're real.
Gnak,
No. Oh no.
I'm sorry to interrupt the good times. I wanted to make this roll first, maybe to impress upon you some important information. Gnak, I think when we last left off, you were the only person that had not made a mysticism check about the quantum slime. So why don't you make me one now-ish?
This thing's gonna explode if I don't do something. Isn't it? Oh, good.
Oh no.
Oh, good. It's a natural 1.
Just a reminder.
Get those out of the way.
Well, last week we had Andis and Rami rolled, I think, the last 2 rolls, and Rami also rolled a natural 1. So you guys know next to nothing about these things. So that's good. There's no problems there. As we, Alyndra, Edrass, are you going back down to the computer as well, or are you staying up on the antenna level, the rooftop?
Edrass is going to stay up and assist with the engineering on the roof.
Alyndra?
I'll stay up here and guard Gnak from whatever may.
All right, Rami, you're on your own.
I'll be right back.
Didn't Andis go?
No, Andis is staying up here.
Nope.
Does anybody else have computers?
I'll go with Rami. I don't have anything,
Well,
so I
take
can't
that back.
help with any skills.
I probably need more help with engineering than Rami does with computers.
I mean, that's fine. I'll go and hang out with Rami. I feel a little bad about trying to kill him back there anyway, so I'll keep trying to protect him.
Water under the
Buddies now.
bridge. Days ago. It happened.
I feel like I owe him one.
I mean, I will
Or
say,
10.
while obviously hurt physically, he does not blame Alyndra for what happened. And he knows how magic works, so he doesn't hold any ill will
Any grudge.
about. And he probably would actually bring that up, like as he's like focusing on the console, and he's like, just so you know, I don't blame you for anything that's happened because we were magically altered, so you don't have any responsibility for what happened.
That's a big load off. Thank you, but I'll go with you anyway. I feel like.
Oh no! He appreciates the company.
Okay, so what I said before, the control panel will start up there because it indeed it does have a hard limit of 2 other aids that can be done. Now that Gnak has some more support up here, Andis, do you want to do this engineering? And before you roll it, I want to say this is going to be in secret, or who has the higher bonus? Who you think would take the lead here?
I've got plus 24.
You take it. I'm plus 17.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gnak, you can aid Andis, and Edrass, you can try to as well. Do you have any points in engineering, or?
I have plus 17.
Okay, so you guys both automatically aid. So good news is your plus 24 goes to plus 28.
Oh,
Gibert. Bad news is this is going to take some time. This takes about 10 minutes to kind of sort through the circuitry, which is not Pact World's base technology, but
it's a big piece of equipment. It takes a long time to stomp on every piece of it. So
yeah, I mean, you've seen some stuff like this inside the previous Sivian base, but you've never really got a chance to play around with it. So I mean, it does require pulling some stuff out maybe and rearranging it to try and get this signal.
Sivian's not known for their cord management.
Maybe not. So your bonus, like I said, is plus 28. I'm going to roll this in secret, and obviously going to do much better than a natural 1 like this last roll. Or did I?
Or am I?
And while you guys are up there, let's trying to figure this out. You think you got an idea? Like I said, it's going to take about 10 minutes. Downstairs, Rami and Alyndra. Working on this computer, you have gotten access to some base files, but it seems like in order to bypass one module of this computer, it is password protected. So you will have to have root access to get past to get the antenna controls where you'll be able to type in a code.
Can I attempt to aid? I don't have any ranks. However, I am, because of my theme, able to use skills untrained. So
yeah, no, of course. While you guys are both just sitting down at the computer, or maybe stepping onto the treadmill here, jostling for space, because I think I forget if Bantrids are small or medium, but I imagine they're fairly small treadmills. Why don't you both give me a perception check?
Okie dokie. It's a 34 for Rami.
Okay. Well, the good news is as you start to crack your knuckles to get ready to start hacking in to get the root access to the computer, which is DC 53 computers check. You feel underneath the edge of the console in front of you what seems like some holes drilled into the metallic kind of like undercarriage. Maybe someone that was on the treadmill might be able to like see or feel those, but they are hidden underneath the inputs under the monitors here. They seem to be in maybe like rows or columns, obviously like something along the lines of just like 3 holes, 5 holes, 4, 2, that kind of thing.
Bantrids don't have fingers though, right? So
they have like little weird phalanges that come out their main body.
So I guess Rami would maybe try to kind of investigate these little holes?
Well, as they upstairs continue on to, you can and look at the computer as well. As they move upstairs to start putting together this control panel to shut down the antenna, it is a DC 36 engineering check. And you're very welcome, everyone, because I rolled a rock for you. I rolled a 17, so there is no electrocution that goes off in shutting this down. It's pretty bad electrocution. If you fail a fortitude save, it is 14d12 electricity damage. Ugh. And also sonic damage, sonic dissonance, as like it almost explodes. But as soon as you get to that 10-minute mark and start to shut down the antenna downstairs, immediately, Rami, a section of the computer unlocks and asks for that password. I think you have a very short timer. Why don't you give me an intelligence check, base intelligence check?
Okay. That's a 22.
Well, can I ask what you think these holes maybe, or Rebecca, because you're down there, you can see them as well.
Maybe it's like a sticky note with the password. Some sort of code that indicates the password for the computer. I don't know. What else could it be?
It might just be something like maybe to cool off the computer.
You want to try it as this input code pops up, maybe with like a small hourglass like digital figure next to it that seems to indicate you only have a few seconds for this attempt.
Sure, why not?
Beep bop boop. Yes, typing that array of numbers in, it seems to give you access, and from the computer side, getting into that, you have full control indeed to shut down this antenna, as well as depower it on the top side. Kind of both are required at the same time to allow each team to shut this down. This is insanely difficult to do if you are not good at a couple of these skill checks. Like when Gnak was up there by himself, it might have been a little bit of a hard job.
Well, that's the important teamwork.
Yes, but
and knowing is half the battle.
Can you imagine a group of just soldiers and Solarians just being like, well, we just punch it to death. We just punch it to death.
Man, if Edrass and Alyndra were by themselves up here, we would be screwed.
It would be physically we would be looking at like, well, Edrass can craft some detonators, and
this is the importance of
charges.
A well-balanced party. Everyone's good at different things, right?
Yeah, I was a little worried in prepping this part. Well, now that the antenna is completely shut down, communications, maybe you can get cleaner communications to the ship, back to the station, the chalet. But I can tell you, because it's not a threat anymore, If you don't shut the antenna down within 20 minutes, another quantum slime shows up, and they just keep showing up until you're able to do it. So,
oh my god!
Yeah,
we just shut the door and leave.
we're blowing the tower out of the sky.
Can you imagine looking at?
We're gonna go
looking at that, and you're like,
we're gonna go get more nuclear missiles for our ship.
You're looking at that, you're like, oh, so a slime keeps showing up if they fail the DC. So you made the DC pretty reasonable, right? Oh no, we didn't. No, they better be rolling rocks, or they're gonna get slimed like a Nickelodeon show.
Well, if you don't find that passcode, there's no other way to get that passcode except getting root access to the computer. Gee, I wonder if there are other GMs out there that are like, guys, just look around the room some more. As you do get into this last module of the computer, Rami, a bit of broken code kind of shows up on the fringes of the user operating system that seems to be injected. It doesn't seem to be like a part of the system. And I don't know if it has really an explanation too much, but it looks like some symbols with some distorted elements of it. This is a handout. This is handout number 3 because we are doing the tower out of order.
What's a handout?
Called the control room sequence. But here is what it looks like. Everyone else can come back down from the tower level, and
it looks like we're going plaid.
Magnified plaid.
That's Spaceball 1.
Yeah, do you see kind of what this looks like? It looks like a couple of language symbols with maybe some static. It seems like there are some symbols underneath part of this code that seems to be distorted. You guys in...
Those symbols, though. Those Sivians. Dirty bots. Dirty alien.
It's a sideways eyeball.
Is it?
It's got some eyelashes. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, now I'm gonna make it its cuneiform. There you go.
Perfect.
Now it looks like some fishies, maybe.
So as you're taking a look over this, it's been a week for you guys, but it's only been a few minutes since you watched Ophi's message. This Bantrid, perhaps thousands and thousands of years ago, who knows, that said he was trying to upload a code to the Worldseed. And if that is the case, this seems like a code fragment, but not the entirety of it. That is mostly what you get from the computers here. I think, does anyone need to take a 10-minute rest, or now that the antenna's down, you have a little bit of breathing room?
Alyndra is on the con poison track, but I think Edrass can help me, right? Didn't we talk about that, Tyler?
Yes, Edrass can use... Let me double check and make sure. Since he has the healer connection, he can use a... Did I? It has been more than a day since I healed somebody, right? Right? Yeah. I can use my divine power to cast a 3rd or 4th level spell from my chosen connection. And the 3rd level one is indeed remove affliction. And that should remove curses, disease, infestations, poisons, or other harmful conditions. So that seems to be the case. So yeah, you can draw, if you come over and let Edrass know, he will say a few words and you see him glowing with the bright light of Saren Ray, and then he kind of, I think Edrass is a little awkward about this. He doesn't heal people too often, and so he never quite, other healers have it quite down, and he just kind of gives you like a high five, and you feel a lot better.
I'm so excited that I used Bestow Curse on you last week. An entire turn dedicated to doing something you can undo in a moment's notice. The only spell I'm casting on Edrass ever again is murder. Kill Vesk.
To be fair, you need to force me to use, because I can only use the 3rd or 4th level out, and I can only do it once a day. So you can curse me for a whole day if you could force me to use my 4th level heal.
Oh, well, let's get to the next combat, everyone.
Strategy.
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a 10-minute rest in addition to that? Does anybody want to burn an RP?
Let me take a look at my health situation.
No.
No, Edrass is okay.
I don't think there was much damage. What about Gnak? Did you get hit with a little bit of damage at the front? Or are you okay?
Oh, you know what? I didn't update it on my character sheet. I probably should
cosmic.
Probably should take a 10. I was looking at my sheet and not my character. So yeah, I'll take a 10 as well.
Sure. Alrighty. So as you do so, you will get a call as I said, communications have cleared up after shutting down the antenna, and get a message from the chalet, and can hear, as it go blue, 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 and powers down. New Horizons calls Isafina Knots. If you answer, says, Drift Rider crew, do you hear us? We have noticed that the signal has stopped. Is everything going all right there? You really only left like 20 minutes ago. That was very fast. Did you skip like 3 or 4 levels of that tower?
You have a great deduction, because that's absolutely what we did, sir. Our signal's off, but we still need to clear the whole tower before we can let any of your people in to investigate.
Yeah, we decided to have dessert first.
Oh, okay. That is good. What was causing it? What was going on there?
We don't know.
Have you found anything of note? Do you know what those sieves were doing? Is it possible it could be spun into a historical attraction of some kind?
Well, we're not sure what the sieves were doing. Well, maybe the sieves were doing it, but there was a strange transmission targeting a moon Hib of Liavara in the Pact Worlds.
Oh,
and we're not sure why. Do you happen to know why they may have been trying to reach that moon?
I must admit, it's a bit too technological for me, but if it is that powerful, perhaps that is something that Tala and her team will be able to dumb down in their reports once they finish their inspection in the coming weeks. But yes, thank you all very much. And you are correct, Edrass, please continue to clear it of any life-threatening sources from the sieve. If it was anything like the base underground that you took care of, well, we're worried of more traps or things of that nature.
You got it.
As you're taking a 10-minute rest, Gnak, you also get maybe an email, BCC'd from Miss Knots, saying that if you or Mr. Quinn-Darr can put up a report detailing the technology you found there, maybe take some pictures, and they can get a jump start on any potential patent information, they will make sure that Feldspar Co. with a Quinn-Darr finder's fee has exclusive rights to the technological schemata.
And I just sign with my fingertip here like that.
Yeah, she'll sign off and say, we understand that some of your compatriots might not have the same business-oriented thinking of you two, but trust me that if we don't do it immediately, as soon as it gets out, someone else will try to break into this tower and poach those rights from right out underneath us, whether they be scavengers or pirates or the like. So it is important that we have a monopoly.
We don't throw that term around. We have exclusive
it's a dirty term.
Exclusives. It's important that we have exclusives for a bit.
We prefer exclusives.
Exclusives. Oh, right. So after
think of it this way. The Civ Tech is like, I don't know, a video game developer. And we're like Sony. And we just keep buying all the video game developers until there are no other video game developers.
I love how you use Sony in this one and not the other way bigger, way more drastic acquisition.
Because I'm flipping the script. I'm dunking on Sony this time.
Microsoft, more like micro, extremely hard to beat at business. What would you guys like to do?
Macrosoft, right? That's the obvious choice.
And it's at this point in the show that I would like to say, we are not for sale, but we would be welcome to any offers.
And Microsoft, we're listening.
I disagree. We are 100% for sale.
If there is any comma in the number they throw at us, I'm taking it. I need a single comma, and it's like, you've got exclusive rights to Cosmic Crit. It is a very cheap purchase for anyone looking to own
Microsoft
a podcast.
execs buys small podcasts just to throw it in their face. That would be
For the first spite merger.
Okay. What would you guys like to do after this 10-minute rest? You've got, obviously, lower levels still beneath you here. Do you want to try and head down from the top? Do you want to double back and head up from the bottom? What's the plan?
Let's just keep going down the stairs, right? I mean, we're at the top. We might as well stay here and, go down.
It's lonely at the top.
And just from all of the control systems and all the important stuff is at the top, so it seems like we would have an easier time going out than back up and in.
Well, we still haven't found the bathroom, so we definitely just need to keep going down.
It seems to be fairly decentralized because you don't see in this computer any major systems. Like if there is indeed a docking bay of some sort in the base, like you are led to believe, you don't see controls for that up here.
Yeah, I mean, not the benefit, but the problem with starting from the top is that there are likely some things, and Rami, as looking at this little clue he's got, there are likely things that they probably have to find that are on the lower decks, basically. And so he would probably say, we need to keep going down because there are probably some pieces of this puzzle that we can put together. But now that we've taken out the big guys, we should have a reasonably decent time taking out the tiny ones, right?
Certainly nothing.
What could go wrong with this
Nothing else
plan?
can possibly hurt you here, right? Right. So spiraling down the side of the tower from here. I mean, it's pretty high up. It's windy. It's icy. This tower only have, showed up the last few days over the surface of Jeddarat, has already though iced over. So you can slowly take it down this ramp around the outside of the building till you get to the next set of double doors, like maybe 20-25 feet down the tower. At this point, the floor that you're on is much wider, I guess diameter. It's about 150 feet or so, somewhere in there with the panel. So you come down to another very large kind of balcony and a huge 15-foot wide door that is iced over. You can crack it open and peel it back here. Okay. I've jumped very far ahead of my notes for some reason. I just look at the AP of the book.
Were you counting on us going out and back through the front entrance?
No, I just threw that out there because I was like, they don't really have any other option, I guess, unless they want to do that. But that's never a great idea. But yeah.
Did you expect us to do what we're supposed to do?
Well, I gave this as a suggestion to start at the top because I was like, for only not a reason that they can't, especially when you have things like
ship
teleportation powers, and I don't think they're shut down anymore. But this section I have not rearranged in my notes to make more sense. Go in the opposite direction. So here we go. As you crack open the ice off of this door and peel them back, light pours into this chamber, fairly dreary looking, that contains circles of small, sparse metal cots stacked up on one another, maybe a la Squid Games, against the exterior of this circular chamber. And you see, some are neatly dressed with thin, scratchy blankets that look like they have been here for quite some time. There are some shelves built into the walls that seem to contain small frosted glass tubes, and there's another set of circular doors to the southwest that seems to lead to the outside. Let me reveal the map here. All right, what's your marching order? What do you guys want to do?
Alyndra's feeling invigorated and inspired by the glowiness of Edrass calling on Sarenrae, so she'd be happy to take the lead here, but probably Edrass or Andis should.
All right, I'll step into the room. I put my beefy body in harm's way for my team.
Come on, Entangled, buddy.
Yeah.
You're BFFs.
Knack is going to go right after Andis because if anybody's going to spot a trap, it's probably going to be Knack before anybody else.
Rami's going to fall behind Knack.
All right. Order clarified. You guys want to walk around the same side of this kind of circular chamber, or do you want to split up? One go left, one go right?
Let's stick together.
Yeah, I guess I'm confused about what this is. Where's the wall here? Can you just draw it with a little thing?
Yeah, it's kind of the exterior of the inner ring. Some of these maps were indeed a little, because they're not normal kind of square buildings, a little confusing to figure out.
Okay.
This is it's a little dark too. This is the inner wall here. In the center, it looks like maybe like a support column, and you do see another door, but this seems to be an elevator shaft of some sort, and it doesn't seem to be operational. At least there's not like power on it. And I guess I didn't really read it, but there's a door on the other side of the room as well.
All right.
Should we go around counterclockwise?
Counterclockwise sounds great.
Okay.
Oh, you foolish fool. You fall right into my time trap.
I'm suspicious of any clocks. I don't like clocks anymore. That's my new thing. That's my new characterization. I don't like clocks.
Digital only, no analog. Right. Yeah. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to poke around in these cots, these beds?
One would presume these are very old.
Oh, yes.
Do they look new?
As you try to Goldilocks one of them and crawl underneath these, it just crumbles in your hand like it was made of dust, and it just like it turns into a giant pile of dust as you touch them, and they are rigid and extremely frail.
Well, if since nobody's likely to come back for any of this stuff, then maybe there's some old technology in these sheets.
Yeah, like did they hide a bunch of credits under their mattress or?
Yeah, right. Is there like?
Is there a box of valuables
naughty
under the
books
bed?
underneath the mattresses?
Can we tell whether these were beds that would likely be used by something shaped like a bantrid versus, say, a sieve, whatever they look like?
These, I think you've got a general idea of like how large sieve were. So these are probably bantrid beds, or perhaps some other, smaller, I guess, medium-sized creatures' beds. They don't look extremely well-to-do. They're really kind of stacked and cramped in here in a few spots.
Right. So these are probably not the people who are running the. Well, I mean, not the people in charge, not the owners of the tower.
Sure, I was thinking, there were still, I presume, civ underlings, if you will. I just wanted to make sure these were banned.
Yeah, they might have like an entrapment or an entanglement ring or something.
I need to.
Let's add to our collection.
Right. We need to complete the collection of entangled everything. Well, why don't you guys, if you want to search through this room, the cubbies, the glass tubes here, you can everyone make a perception check.
Oh.
Okay.
I instinctively went up to initiative.
Same thing. I was like searching for perception a minute ago on my character sheet, and then it was like, oh, right, we're not playing Pathfinder right now.
Right.
Ooh, once again, maybe Drew called it. He would have maybe spotted a trap if there was one, but Knack, you have a nose for treasure as you find a couple of things that have not completely deteriorated. I mean, you find maybe smaller personal items that have not stood the test of time, but in some of the what looks like kind of hidden niches in the compartments underneath these beds, maybe in one of the tubes here, you find what looks like a adjustable sized ring that looks like it is braided platinum and titanium. It is a magical ring as it is giving off an aura.
Wish I knew what this thing was. Rami, you want to give me a look at this?
Yeah, sure. So roll mysticism, I guess.
Oh yeah,
It's a 39.
that is enough to figure out this is a level 14 magical ring of resistance. It is a Mark IV ring of resistance. So,
Ooh, fancy pantsy.
Certainly worth a absolute fortune, probably to whoever owned it here, but probably a good item if anyone is got a free slot, or if you've got a lesser ring of resistance, it can bump you up. And just a reminder, this will give you a +4 bonus to your lowest base saving throw. Does anybody want to put it on like immediately, or you guys want to talk about it later?
I just don't have the space because that counts as a worn magic item, correct?
It does. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I already got 2. I mean, as nice as it would be to have, I already got 2.
I know I've got the eel jacket. I'm looking to see if I have anything else.
Who needs an eel jacket when you have a +4 to your lowest? Is your lowest save fortitude now?
Yes, it is by a lot.
Yeah, this might be better than a reroll.
Well, a reroll is typically an equivalent to a +5 bonus. I don't want to get too much into the math here. And a +4 is very close to that for all rolls as opposed to just one roll.
I mean,
Exactly.
I would say Alyndra would be willing to take it and exchange her resilient jacket for it because Fort is my best save.
Oh, what's your
Reflex
worst?
is my worst. So I could use that +4.
Interesting.
Well, if you guys want to talk about it later, if no one's like able to just immediately put it on, you can stuff it in a pocket, and you can find some other things here in this room. In the bed directly north of this western door, you see what looks like a small Civian computer chip. And if you want to plug it in and take a look, it seems to have on it like a short manifesto describing, perhaps from Bantred's point of view, transgressions by Civian overlords. It, as you read through it, it says, well, does anyone want to read this out loud? I can just pop it into the text here for you.
Sure, yeah, I'll read that.
Oh.
It says, "Welcome, siblings and cousins, to the resistance. For too long, the wheel has been stayed. For too long, out oppressors have tread upon us." Boy, this person didn't know how to write very well.
Yeah, whoever wrote this is an idiot.
Yeah, this dumb Bantred. No wonder this rebellion failed.
Read it exactly how it's written, or it is denying their culture.
For too long, out oppressors have tread upon us, trying to break our spirits. So must begin our unending cycle. What sacrifices we make, so shall our first cousins once removed and second cousins twice removed benefit from. Those little rollers will start anew on a new world, free from the cruelty of this life. So saw we
Oh no!
So saw we ball.
The typo ruined the joke. Patrick,
guess
you
what?
clunked up.
Welcome. If you ever wonder why my GMing is like at a weird pace, it's because I'm like, what did I write here? I must have been high on NyQuil when I wrote this whole entire section. Because I often
say we ball. Yes, I say we ball.
Saw we ball.
often prep stuff like weeks in advance. So when I get to GMing, I'm like, what? Who is this person? What is this section? So I'm a great writer of game prep material. I'm a terrible reader of game prep material. So hey, welcome to my world. That's so saw we ball.
So
saw we ball, I think, needs to become the new catchphrase of the Drift Rider crew.
And now that you have read that correctly or incorrectly, that is canon. That is typos that they wrote. And you're making fun of a band.
I mean, it's hard.
Probably
it's hard to type when you're just using a roller ball to pick all your letters.
True. It's true.
So saw we ball.
I think the Sunrise Maiden needs a nice decal on the port side.
Just across the side. So saw we ball.
Saw we ball.
When we go into battle, we shout, "Remember the Bantrins! So saw we ball!
Oh, so saw we ball!
Saw we ball!"
There were also 2 Mark III healing serums in this cubby, but because now my feelings are hurt, those are destroyed. Those got messed up by time as well.
Oh, so saw we ball!
Oh, so saw we ball!
It was worth it.
Yeah, but that is, I think, mostly everything you find in here. Let me go to my extremely typo-ridden and confusingly organized notes to see what else there is.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
I copy and pasted it without reading it over.
That is far better than whatever you actually meant it to be.
So say we ball. I don't know if that needed to be said. I think everyone figured it out from context, but so saw we ball is hilarious. Nothing else in here. Are you guys ready to move on to the next level?
I think so.
Let's move on.
So out this back door, I take it?
Yes.
Huzzah.
As you open up this door, you see a platform affixed to the tower's exterior wall leading down again. The circular door kind of like stops and starts, as it does seem to have some power to it and seems to open on a motion activated, maybe pressure plate or something underneath it. And outside, immediately in front of it, you see what looks like piled high a large bunch of rusted metal scrap before this door. So it kind of makes a horrendous scraping noise as well. Oh, as you approach here, why don't you give me another perception check? See what you can see here. Okay, we've got a couple of folks. Oh, goodness gracious. A couple folks that are appearing maybe in the back of the party, the closest at this pile, and can see that perhaps this is not just a pile of scrap. There seems to be something wriggling and moving about, as emerging from it is what looks to be my best description, a scorpion robot of some sort that stands up on a couple of robotic legs and kind of starts coming at you fairly menacingly. Let me show you what the art looks like as we roll into the initiative turn order.
Oh no.
Yay.
Can you zoom in? That scorpion robot's real small.
You're small as well. It's the same size as Gnak.
Oh, it's a little baby.
I really hope this was going to be our new little teammate for this season.
It's got Doc Octopus kind of legs, and I don't know, nothing in the way of what would be a face on a robot, but a giant gun on its tail.
Yeah, it looks kind of like the metalheads from Black Mirror.
Ooh, deep cut. Don't know that one.
Yeah, nicely done.
But it's a little bitty.
It is, I believe, medium-sized.
Okay.
Still adorable.
Oh, sorry. I guess I compare everything to Andis' power.
It's little bitty compared to Andis for show. We are going to have a short surprise round, starting with, I believe, Gnak. Did anyone else roll 30 or higher on the perception besides Gnak and Rami? Did you even try, Tyler? Or?
Perception, bro.
No, I can't meet any of these DCs, so I don't waste the numbers. Which I'm glad I didn't, because I rolled a 19 on my initiative, and that would have been a 19 on perception. So I don't roll unless you tell me I absolutely have to.
Okay, that's fine. Gnak and Rami, you get to go in the surprise round here. A move or a standard action as you see this thing emerging from its pile of trash.
What the prunk?
Gnak first.
Get him!
I'm gonna shoot it.
Over a standard, right?
Yeah, you can do both as
Standard,
a
I can do both.
high level.
Highest
Highest level.
You gotta love it.
I'm just gonna cast Magic Missile.
Oh, Drew!
Ooh, Drew's starting us off right with a natural 20.
And this thing is not immune to crits, right?
Oh, no, it totally is, right?
It's got to be a construct.
It's got to be a construct with crit immunities, right?
And
I mean, constructs don't naturally have immunity to crits.
Oh, I just looked it up. It does. Oh, no. Really? No, it has construct immunities, and that does not include crit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I am also
What do I keep thinking?
dyslexic,
Or like,
and
is it golems? Is it golems that have crit immunity?
I mean, elementals.
Elementals is what we forget every single
I think that maybe that's what I'm confusing it with.
Okay. Let's shout out.
Nicely done.
The Patreon supporter. Do we have any new ones? Oh, boy. Oh, no. That is. Oh, lots of new folks on our Dead Men Roll No Crits tier. But since we last recorded, nobody new for the old shout outs.
Put your shout outs in, folks. We want to talk to you.
Yes. We appreciate them. We appreciate everyone that's on the Patreon, but we like thanking folks when we score a good roll. Okay, let's thank James B. the second. Thank you so much for supporting us and helping out the Patreon. Drew, natural 20 to start us off. You want an official crit card, or do you want to just take some damage and move on?
Let's take that crit card. My damage is always so low that the extra isn't going to make as much of a difference if I can get a cool effect or something.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can take the extra damage if you don't like this, so there's really not a reason not to. It's not great because, well, this could affect it. Hit like a ton of bricks with an energy weapon. The target is off target for a round. Now that would, mind you, replace the burning condition.
It's 2d4 burn. I'm not even sure this thing can be burned.
What would you like to do?
Well, let's roll with the card.
Okay, so I'm marking it as off target and get-ems for this next round.
Lots of depot.
And how much damage are we talking about?
We are talking about 19 plus 17, so that's going to be 34 damage.
Close, but 36.
36.
I'll give you the full amount.
I can't math.
I can't read or write either. So welcome to the club. This thing actually does get to go before Rami in the surprise round, but after getting knocked back a little bit by that crit, I think it's gonna shoot through your friends and try and target a Gnak Feldspar with its tail cannon. Oh, it was close to the 20 on the dice. I've rolled an 8. What is your EAC? Oh no, KAC, Drew.
31.
31 with some negatives, shooting through friends and with the old off target. That is a miss.
Nice.
Rami, you're blasting some magic missile as well. How much damage we got here?
16 points of damage.
Okay, add into that 36. We're already a good 52 points into this thing as we go on to the first full turn order and Edrass Vaaranas. 19 on the inch.
I have a unimpeded line between it and I.
Looks it, yeah. Doors open.
All right, I'm going to spend a move action to declare. I don't do this very often, but we don't know what this. I'm thinking maybe it has some resistances. Not sure, but we're just going to negate it because I'm going to spend a move action and spend a resolve point to declare this a enemy of my faith. And then I'm going to do a standard action to charge and make 2 attacks at the end of this charge.
Oh my. Go right ahead and make some attackies.
All right, and we have get them going, so +2, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So -2 total on these attacks. Does a 25, 6 on the dice, gross. Does a 25 hit your EAC?
That is a miss.
Unfortunate. Well, that's why we did 2, right?
Okay.
We just got to roll higher than a 6. Is it possible? It absolutely is possible. How about a 33 on EAC?
That's a hit.
Nice. 46 points of fire damage. And if you have any resistance, I'll go right through.
Okay. All right. Another. Oh boy, that's almost as much damage as these two gents put on in surprise. It is still going strong. It looks like it is charging up its legs, maybe in order. And you hear the metal clinking here on the icy platform as we go back to Gnak Feldspar.
Get him. And I'm going to bet this thing doesn't have an intelligence score, but I'm going to try to clever feint anyway. So we're going to hit it with that bluff. And I'll roll expertise anyhow. So that's going to be a 47 bluff check to try to clever feint this thing.
So so long as it has an intelligence check, I believe even constructs can be bluff. Unless it does not count as a mind affecting effect. We've been through this before, correct?
I think
it's just like an advanced version of feint, right?
It is not a mind affecting. It is only you just have to be able to hear it.
Auditory.
Yeah.
I don't believe it has any immunities. Usually they would say that kind of thing. So that is enough to off target it.
Boy, I haven't feinted in something in so long. I have to. It's flat footed against all allies' attacks.
Oh yes, sorry.
All right.
Not off target.
All right, you little clanker. We're gonna squash you like a good bug. And so we've got get 'em, we've got flat-footed, and now we're gonna shoot.
Oh god.
Oh, 3.
Life flash in front of my head. I saw another 20 rolling across the screen. Natural 3, that's a miss. Oh boy, Alyndra, Vallis, you are next.
All right, I'm going to activate my haste circuit.
Bloop blop.
And I am going to enter photon attunement. And I'm going to trying to get into flanking position with Edrass. Can I Stellar Rush to do that? Can I just move to do that? Like, what are my options here? Do I need to jump because Andis is in the way?
And you can move through me, and haste adds 30 feet to your move speed.
Yeah, so. you just can't charge through a ally square unless you have.
Okay, but I can move. Okay, I'm just gonna walk right over there then, or run.
Alrighty. This guy is. I guess it could have made an attack of opportunity on.
It's off target though, or flat-footed.
Well, no, I guess it was flat-footed from the previous turn. Nope. So go right ahead and make your flanked attacks.
I get 3 attacks.
Right? Oh boy, we're gonna be here a while, guys.
All right, hold on. Is it -5 to each of these?
Yes, plus Nax 2 plus flanking is really -1, I guess, altogether.
But you're also it's also flat-footed. So
don't take into account flat-footed. I take into account flat-footed.
Yeah.
Okay, so -3 to each of these.
Yeah.
Okay. 29 to hit.
Against KAC, that is a miss.
Oh,
all right.
That includes your +2 bonus, right?
Yeah.
From Get 'em.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That does, so it is a 29.
Yeah, it is a 29.
That is a miss, but
35?
15 on the dice is a hit. And oh god, no.
Wow.
There's so many.
Look at all the 6s.
There's so many 6s in this damn.
That is 73 points of slashing damage. Well, some of that's fire, but
Wow. 5 away from max.
All right. Well, all right. It's bloodied after that. Maybe you don't get a turn in combat. Let's see how this lasts. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Third attack.
36 to hit. So 67 damage.
Haichi Maichi. Okay.
You guys remember when Solarians were like, oh, you can't do any damage to Solarians. Solarians suck. They're not
Drew has been stuck on this point for the last 8 years. Drew has never forgotten one Reddit post that he read 4 years ago. Do you remember? And every time Alyndra takes a turn, he's like, hey, do you guys remember this? It's like, yes, Drew, we remember it because you bring it up every time.
It is not destroyed yet. It is still up as we go on to Andis's turn. No pressure, but it follows you immediately in the turn order after.
Okay. Well, good news. I'm entangled with Alyndra, and I get status effects that she gets. So I'm hasted, I think.
Maybe?
Maybe?
I think
There's not really a definition for what a status effect is. It's not really a defined thing. It's just, anyway, we'll see if it just dies on this first one. So let's see. So I'm doing
Oh, but you're moving to flank and you do get +4.
+4 because I'm flanking with Alyndra. All right.
I need you guys to only fight like 30-foot wide monsters that you have to put some work into flanking from here on out. This little 5x5 foot guy isn't going to last.
All right, so let's see. I am not. They get Gnak's benefit right now, and then my flanking is +4, not +2. So okay, so I'm. You take flanking into account. Wait, or do I take flanking into account?
You take all positives into account. I'm the only one who has to worry about the old -2 to his AC.
Okie dokie.
So this +6 to this?
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, +6 -5. But
Oh gosh, you're so close to the natural one.
so
Please.
32 against flank.
That is a hit.
Oh, 48 points of damage.
And your new best friend is Destroy.
I'm gonna keep whacking. Keep whacking.
A very quick. Oh no! You continue to whack into a natural one. You very quickly reduce it to another pile of scrap, and the sparks keep flying as you keep beating it into the ground here. And as the sparks fly back up into your face, the music swells. In apparently a much easier fight than last week's, the sparks will spout the words "to be continued" as we will get back to the exploration of the spiraling tower next week. Ooh,
Oh boy.
Well, I'm Patrick's making a note. Buff other creatures in the tower, if only
Plant
5 feet wide.
scorpion broods
Yeah.
throughout the tower. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I kind of hope we just kind of walk this. It'd be nice to be a little like.
I would
you
at
know.
least like to have seen its special abilities.
No, I'm good.
You saw its tail laser miss. I mean,
That's not a special ability. That's just a gun on a tail.
I'll read the book on that if I'm curious.
if tail guns are so lame, then why doesn't Edrass have one?
I didn't say they were lame. They're not special abilities.
You try
They're
to shoot
just saying
It's
only
just a gun on a tail.
It's just slightly more impressive than a tail blade.
I think it's more showy.
No offense, Gnak.
tail laser
Oh,
pistol. No. What I've learned, and I'm writing down in my notes here, is every time you fight a robot, there will be one more than the previous time until it's just my day. I've now downgraded this level fight, whatever this was, to trivial. You beat it in one turn, so obviously you can take on some more. But that is for next time, or maybe further in the future. Definitely not next week, but we will see. That will do it for us on Cosmic Crit, guys. Thank you for playing with me.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Listeners, thanks for listening. Indeed, we will see you next time here on Cosmic Crit.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So Saul we ball.
So sorry, ball.
So salty.
So sorry, ball.
Oh, so sorry, ball. So sorry, ball. Sorry, ball.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.